In my last Kenshi video, I was enslaved. My crime? Nothing. These guys from the Holy Nation just don't like people. I escaped slavery by taking my shackles off and putting them on the guards, and then they would wake up in the morning and think that they were escaped slaves, and they would arrest themselves. I also did like 40 bajillion other little things, but I don't feel like telling you all of that. The main point is me and 7 other prisoners escaped. So, now that leaves us with this video. What incredible feat will I be accomplishing this time? Oh, how's something to the tune of destroying the Holy Nation in its entirety sound to you? The plan is fairly simple. I have a 4-step plan. The first step being to find food, because I am starving, because when I was leaving the slave camp I accidentally took a wrong turn and started swimming up a river for like 2 days. It took me 2 days to cross this river because there's no place to walk along the shore, so you had to cross it long ways by going all the way down it. So we ate all our food. Second step, find a city and rent an apartment. In the slave camp, when I would get in trouble, I just hop on my cage and literally nothing could hurt me. But out here, there are no cages, so I'm gonna need some protection. Third step, train and get super strong. Fourth step, overthrow the Holy Nation. So probably have that done in a couple hours. River Raptor. Oh man, that looks like some good freaking meat. Oh, he's cute. I don't know if I want to kill him. When initially going forward with Operation River Raptor, I thought it would just be all of us attacking one River Raptor and taking him down, but these things are smart. They all ganged up on us, taking us out one by one. They kind of did my plan. They kind of stole my plan, if I'm being honest. I just, for some reason, thought there would be a little bit of civility among these guys and we would have a fair duel. All of my guys versus one of theirs. But no, they kind of ganged up on us. Luckily, Jumper here did manage to become conscious again, as well as I think Thumper. And they'd be able to just patch everybody up. Except that no, the freaking stupid River Raptors can become conscious again too, once again showing that they'll do anything to win. There goes this goddamn arm. Or, oh my god. Wild bull. They're herbivores. Okay, we're made of meat, thank Christ. Alright, I'm going to follow the bulls for a while and see where they take me. My logic is that if we were to run into something mean, hopefully the bulls will be cannon fodder, and I would be able to maybe loot some meat off of one of the dead bulls or whatever they kill. Like if they get in a fight with a fucking dragon, they manage to take a dragon down, maybe I pluck some of the scales off and sell them for $1 million. Alright, they are immediately going back towards the place I don't want to be up there, which is Holy Nation territory, so I'm gonna break off away from the bulls and go into the different direction. These guys probably live around here, and I'm trying to get as far away from here as possible. If I just stick to the road though, I think everything will be good. I didn't stick to the road. I saw some loot on the ground and I thought I would go get it, and it turns out that there were some wolves that killed a guy in the location there, and that's why there was loot on the ground. How are you? Hungry bandits. Oh, that's perfect. They seem to have missed my party here in the middle of the road. Maybe they'll kill these bone dogs and then we can have some bone dog meat for dinner. These bone dogs are so freaking tough, dude. What are you guys made of? Oh, they're cute though. I wouldn't try it, man. I would start running the opposite way. Crumpled. God, this is creepy. Kihaku's behind enemy lines. There's bone dogs as far as the eye can freaking see. He needs to get out of there. But if he makes his move, he will be eaten alive by bone dogs. But if he stays too long, he may also be eaten alive by bone dogs. He ate that guy clean off the face of the earth. These guys are animals. Man, they fucked these guys up, these starving bandits. Holy smokes. The herbivores! Oh my god, I'm saved. I'm saved. The herbivores came in and they're killing all the bone dogs. So I was able to collect all the bone dog meat, and that is dinner covered for a few days. Piece of cake. It did take me like a day and a half just laying out, bleeding out in the sun, but that's called hunting. Now I just have to do that every day for the rest of my life. Who the fuck are you guys? Hungry bandits. Oh my god, I'm about to run into a gang of 100 hungry men, and I'm full to the brim of wolf meat. Go this way, go this way. Holy smokes. Alright, that was narrowly avoided. I so easily could have run into those guys, because if I wasn't paying a little more attention. What is going on over here? Wild bulls, more herbivores over there. Thought it was a mirage. Those are my heroes over there. Who knew food was going to be such an issue? I thought there would just be a McDonald's out here somewhere I could stop by on the way to the place I'm going to live, but it's a pretty barren wasteland. Gonna seek shelter for a little while and cook all my wolf meat so my guys will have some food, made a little campfire. They're eating this shit quicker than I can cook it. See some possible mega structure over there. Scared to go see what that is. I see a small camp over here. Dust bandits, okay. They don't really like me too much. Holy Nation hates me. Huh. Good. I think dust bandits are going to be on the list of people I don't want to talk to at all. Okrin's Teats. This is the freaking Deadlands. We can't come here. I'm glad we've got somebody knowledgeable on the squad, because I would have just straight up marched us into the place called the Deadlands to see if there were any friendly faces. The rain, it's acid. Find cover. This bloody rain burns. Damn, my feet, they're burnt. Okay, so I've entered into an acid rain territory. Okay, I think I'm good. Oh! Look, I see water. Oh, I want to go there. Nomads. And they appear to be going towards the location of the water. So I'll stick with these guys. They can bodyguard me. And I mean, I hope somebody attacks, because then I can, whoever dies, I don't care if it's these guys or the enemies, I will be getting free loot. So these things are the worst enemy on the planet. These are called beak things. Oh my god, there's like a fucking 1,000 hungry bandits. They're chasing down a beak thing. Are you seeing this? There's gonna be so much loot on the ground over there. Oh my god, dude. So you can see how powerful these things are. They just headbutt you with their beak. It's why they're called beak things. Stop! Stop! That's the thing about them, my friend. They don't speak English. They have no idea what you just told them. 3 beak things did all this. I bet 1 beak thing could have done all this. We could probably take them. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna let them mosey on and do whatever they're gonna do, and then I'm gonna go loot these bodies. Though I doubt the guys who are known as the starving bandits have much food or anything that I want, really, so it might be a waste of my time. Alright, it's been a terrifying journey, but I think I've finally found a location that is going to be friendly to me. Don't know if they'll have like an apartment I can rent or anything, or if they'll mind if I like maybe hang out for a while, but they at least look friendly. Okay guys, I talked to everybody in the town, which was the amount of people I could talk to is just 1 person. This is not a very well-established city, and the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing that a group of people called the Nomads might not be the best at settling down and making a city. They're selling animals. Holy mother of God, I don't have that kind of money for a damn goat. Oh, what is this? This group of Nomads just got their goats stolen. I mean, not stolen, they were killed. They're about to be stolen because I went to go get a bunch of goat meat. I know this is very fucked up of me, and I really hope that you don't judge me, but I'm removing the meat from these goats as he's trying to bandage them. I can't possibly turn this down, this opportunity. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing for me. Alright, I'm entering a terrifying swamp. Oh, it's called the swamp. Aptly named. Editor's note, I found a little village and accidentally stole from a guy, and he got really pissed off at me and started fighting me. You want to do this? Fine. But I'm not responsible for what happens to you if you choose to go down this path. My name is Kihaku, and I've done horrible things to get where I'm at. And I'm not afraid to keep doing horrible things to get where I want to go. So make your move. What'll it be? How bad is it? How bad is it? God damn. This is how you treat a guest who is trying to help? Who's trying to do nothing but help around here? Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna rest for a minute. Oh my god. It seems like they got a lot on their plate here in the swamp. These swamp guys are in constant conflict. Severed human left leg. Oh my god. It's floating down the river. Look at this. I could take this leg. I can bring that with. Oh, it's got 10 charges left. That's perfect. So the good thing about the swamp is, you know, being able to rob all these dead guys and sell all their loot for profit. Whoa, look at my money. Shot of that. Get a shot of that. Record that. Okay, I say to myself. The bad thing about the swamp is just about everything else. There was a weed farm that I came across, but buffalo. These little dinosaurs would come into the weed farm and eat the corpses of the dead and the weed, so wasn't really anything there for me. Good news, I did find the location of a secret laboratory full of loot.
What the fuck is all
Bad
this?
news.
Wow.
It's in the swamp, so getting out of there with all the loot was just a nightmare. We just stand no chance against these guys. Once they start chasing us, it's over. Sue is being eaten alive. They just left a shell. Oh my god. Who the fuck are we? Huh. I should be asking you the same question. Ah! We're headed out, guys. Apologize for the intrusion. Look at all that red numbers. Swamp kind of sucks. We decided we were going to swiftly and promptly leave. We did manage to sell the stuff eventually after multiple attempts of just getting fully wiped out by various beasts in the swamp. Got $74,000, most money I've ever seen in my life. I didn't even know there was that much money in the entire world, to be honest with you. Finally out of the swamp. That was horrible. Never going back there. Overall, my rating would not be high. On a scale of 1 to 10, it would be towards the lower half of 10. In the 4s. No way, I'm back in the... What is that bird doing, dude? Are you kidding me? I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was about to say just then. That was so cool. Oh my gosh! Get in the water, you fools! Surely these things can't swim, right? Oh my god, they can't. They're on the bottom of the freaking seafloor. That was so close. Oh my god, well how am I gonna leave now? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So these little things follow me everywhere I went, just below the surface of the water, and anytime I would try to leave, they would bite my ankles and kill me. I eventually managed to get one person out and lure them all the way to a different biome and dump them off there and then run all the way back. I was anticipating these spiders would begin attacking these guys, but that's just not the case. Now I just have 2 gangs of people mad at me. Don't know what that's gonna mean for that biome now that there's an invasive species wandering around with no natural predator, but honestly, I don't think these things had a predator to begin with in the swamp. I think if you were to check up on this planet in 1,000 years, it would be mostly red blood spiders, and they'd be eating and killing and making out with each other. Okay, I'm going to follow this caravan that I just came across because my logic is they're members of the Traders Guild, which means they're likely going between cities trading. They can direct me to the location of a city that I could potentially live in. I followed these guys through the desert for 2 days, and I passed so many different people who I hated. Slavers, manhunters, more slavers, and then finally, a city. A beautiful city. Could this be it? Could this be our salvation? We have arrived at whatever city this is. What did they say the city was? Khatun. Wait, isn't that a game? Alright, I'm going to go see if I can rent an apartment here. After all this work, I have found a location I can buy. I can finally start establishing myself. It has been so long. This is like the most amazing place you could possibly live. All these animals just keep coming up to the front door, trying to attack the guards. The guards kick their asses, and then I just come and get the free food. This feels like heaven. I feel like this is heaven on earth. Now the plan, as hard as it is for me to say, is going to be to research cages, then go to one of the many slave compounds that I passed and kidnap some of the guards. These are bad guys, so it's not quite as evil. Bring them back home, beat the shit out of them to train, put them back in the cage to heal, and then just keep doing that over and over until we're super strong. Dare we research this forbidden knowledge? We spend all this time being imprisoned. If we were to research this technology, that would make us no better than they are. We know the horrors of being imprisoned. Look at that bird doing the trick in the background. Nice. Oh, nice. What was I saying? Cage production has begun. We're working diligently through the night. Why are you in here? You shouldn't see this. You should not see this. I should shut that door. And just like that, 8 cages for 8 ex-prisoners to put 8 slave owners inside. I'm gonna be headed down to the slave camp, kidnapping a few slave owners and locking them up. And what I'm going to do is going to knock them out, and now one by one the guards will take the place of the one who has been knocked unconscious, and I will knock them out. Then just repeat as needed until each of us has a personalized guard to train on. On the way home, we were attacked by slave hunters and they imprisoned Sue, and then the slave hunters were attacked by one dog that wiped them completely out, and then the one dog was attacked by manhunters. It was just a whole mess over there, so I just ran. We are almost home. Sue is finally woken up back wherever she is. I'll check on her in a minute. I'm gonna get these guys in their cages and then try to get Sue back home. Outlaw? What? Bit of an oversight. The city that I lived in is friends with the slave camp that I stole the guards from. They didn't like that I kidnapped some guards, so they locked us up for over 100 in-game hours. What the hell is going on out here? Who are you guys? Guerrilla bandits? Alright, well, Sue ain't doing too hot. Okay. What was that about? They didn't... What? They just thought they would beat the shit out of me for no real reason? They didn't even take anything. Still got my leg. They just beat the hell out of me and now they're leaving. Okay, well... Alright, Sue made it home. The only person not in trouble is Sue. Everybody else is gonna be locked up for what we did. This plan is going to be a little bit harder than I initially thought. I feel like quite a fool thinking it would be that easy. It really never is. Ooh, okay, it has been like over an hour IRL, and my guys are finally becoming released from prison. Whew, 100-hour sentence, that ain't no joke. So did we learn our lesson, guys? Did we learn our lesson about kidnapping people and trying to put them in cages? Oh, this is one of those bandits who freaking attacked Sue for no reason. I'm gonna go grab him and put him in the cage. I thought I was going to make a badass training montage, guys, but it was pretty pitiful. This guy couldn't walk, so he would just lay on the floor of my house, and I would kick him in the head over and over until he went unconscious, and then he would come to but play dead, and he wouldn't get up and fight me anymore, so I would trick him into waking up by kicking him out of my house. Then I would pick him up and immediately drop him because the door was locked and there was no path out of my house. And then doing this just made him forget that he was playing dead in the first place, so then I would kick him in the head again, knock him unconscious. So I trained like this for a while on him, getting my stats up slowly but surely, but then there was a problem where when this guy had the shit beat out of him and he was recovering, I had nobody to train on. So I kidnapped some guards. They were so much stronger than me, beat my ass, and then they would try to arrest me for attacking a guard, but there was no path outside my house, so they would just not know what to do and pick me up and drop me over and over. Bounty hunting, patrolling town. Bounty hunting, patrolling town. What is going on? Okay, I'm up. Maybe I'll try to lay in bed. Oh god, he found me again. Dang it, he pulled me out of bed. So anytime I would try to train on these stupid guards, my bounty would slowly be getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which means I can't even leave the house to go get food or do anything, because then the alarm would get raised when the other guards see me with a bounty on my head. They would break down my door to try and arrest me. The only one I'm able to train on without getting in trouble is this freaking random guy whose leg is broken. So I gotta think of something else to do. It's been hours and I've managed to get 22 martial arts for one character. I was being really inefficient with my training and there were a lot of complications, but I wasn't really having fun and I didn't feel like doing this at all. So I decided to take a break, let the guys out of their cages, and they returned to work butt naked, and I thought that was funny. And then my game crashed and that pissed me off. But after I got done being pissed off, I went and did more of the stuff that I enjoyed doing, which was wandering around and getting beat up by random people. And then just when I thought that I had given up on defeating the Holy Nation, I stumbled across a little village where the people known as the anti-slavers live, and I realized I don't have to do any training at all. I can just get these guys to come with me and they will destroy the Holy Nation for me. I just had to figure out how to actually recruit them. And also I made a very bad first impression, I think because I was wearing a United Cities Guard outfit and those guys are okay with slavery and these guys aren't. What are you about to do? I saw him jump. What's coming? Oh! He took my leg off! It rolled down the hill. That's my leg, dude. What do? I want to join the anti-slavers. Enemy of the Holy Nation is a friend of the anti-slavers. I just happened to stumble across the guys who hate Holy Nation. What makes you want to join? Because I want to fight for freedom and peace. Sign me up. United City is now hostile against me, which means I can't go back to my house. And I guess that wouldn't be the biggest deal, but I have 3 guys in cages in there that I was supposed to be home to feed. I'm sure they will figure it out. I bought an apartment in this town, one of the worst cities I've ever been in. They don't have any food in the shop hardly. What little food they did have came in the form of these white bats that would raid the village every like 3 days, and like 100 of them would get wiped out. So that worked out. Since we had done 0 training, everything was kicking our ass. But what's new there? He's cute, he's cute, he's cute. Holy crap! Creepy outpost, should I check that out? This is quite creepy. Yeah, skin bandits, those guys don't seem cool to me. I like your skin. Can I touch it? Hey, sure, brother. As long as I can touch yours. Just kidding. I had a quite different experience from everybody else though, because I was just laying at home in bed without a leg. But when they got back and they told me how bad it was, I was like, dang. Oh my God. I should not have come out here. Apparently, I'm told we lost 2 party members to the skin bandits, had their limbs peeled off of them, which is really sad. I don't remember the names of the ones who were killed, but they were a very valued member of the team. This is so cool looking. Too bad this place sucks, because I'd love to explore it, but I'm just not nearly strong enough. Yet. Not really strong enough yet is what I meant to say, because now that I live in the anti-slaver place, I can recruit one of them, and their stats are amazing. Best stats I've probably ever seen. So the plan was to just invite one of them into my squad, and then we go destroy the Holy Nation real quick and celebrate afterwards. Except you can't just invite them to your squad. There's just no way to do that. Except there is, because I found this video by Frankie Was Here that details a way to trick the AI into joining you. You creep into the bunkhouse at night and find someone who has really good stats, and you pick them up. And since you're friends with them, they don't really care if you pick them up for some reason. So you carry this guy over your shoulder all the way across the country to a gas cloud where you fuck his lungs up by making him breathe the gas. Then when he's super weakened, you take him all the way across the country a different direction to a slave compound where you drop him off in the front yard, and then the guards are like, hey, enslave that guy. They beat the shit out of him, which isn't hard to do because he's weak, and then they lock him up in a cage. In the eyes of the anti-slaver, you have done nothing wrong. His little tiny brain can't comprehend this master plot that you're weaving. Next, bust him out of slavery. Then once you've both escaped, he'll talk to you and he'll say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you helped me escape slavery. That's so kind of you. And then he'll leave. You would think that's when he would join you, but that's not how it works. To make him actually join you, lock him in place by building houses on top of him. This is to prevent any bad guys from attacking you over the next 24 hours, because what you do over these 24 hours is nothing. You just stand there and wait for his dialogue tree to reset after a full day. You can see here he's trying to leave by opening and shutting that door, but he doesn't know it's not going to work. After a day passes, he'll offer to join you. Nice. This is a simplified explanation because in actuality, it took me so fucking long to do all this. Just about every step along the way, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. Like, I would drop him off to get picked up by the prison guards, and since his stats were so insane, he was just so much quicker than them, I would set him down, and he would just sprint off into the freaking hills and be running straight back home. I eventually filled his inventory full of rocks, and that slowed him down enough to stop running away, but then he just started kicking the ass of every guard who tried to fight him. They just couldn't even hit him. It took hours from the inception of this plan until the point that they were able to capture him. I was able to free him and get him on my squad. And then I wanted to get more. I was like, okay, well, I'll just get like 5 more guys real quick. Spent a full fucking day working on trying to capture more guys, and it just wasn't working. Couldn't figure it out. Hey, it's because I missed the part of the video where he said you can only do this once an in-game week. I wasted a full day doing this. But once I waited a week, it was no problem. I got another guy, and I was done. I didn't want to get any more people because it was too much work. I'm starting to think I probably should have just stayed at my base and trained, because this was probably way harder than that. And now, it is time to take out the Holy Nation. The Holy Nation has 3 leaders, each in control of their own city. Once each leader has been kidnapped or killed, the Holy Nation will be severely crippled, and their major cities will be taken over by random other groups. So, I'm going to infiltrate each city and kidnap each leader. When the guards would get knocked unconscious, I would open each of their inventories and take all their clothes off and put it in their own pockets. So I would fight and fight like crazy until I got knocked unconscious, and since these guys are slavers, they wouldn't kill me. They would just lock me up in a cage to enslave me. So then when I felt better, I would climb back out of my cage and then kick their ass all over again, but this time they have no armor, and I would just rip them limb from limb. This went so much better than I was expecting. There was a part of me that was expecting to end this video with a joke like, oh, 2 guys weren't strong enough to take out a whole nation, but no, I just kicked all of their limbs off, and they would just crawl around yelling at me, unable to even fight back. This wasn't even one of the main cities. I just did this because I wanted to. This is the person I've been looking for. High Inquisitor Valtina. Oh, he's been crying, you can tell. Wait, this does not look like the guy in the picture. What? Who is this? Who did I kidnap? I kidnapped High Inquisitor Seda from Stack, as well as the big man himself, Holy Lord Phoenix from Blister Hill. I don't have a lot of commentary from these sections because it was pretty tedious, and I was mostly just eating Chex Mix and watching Northern Lion clips.
I just imagine them burning in hell forever. Cartoon flames around them going like, ah!
But rest assured, I got the job done. And what punishment would befit the leaders of a nation who are dead set on enslaving people, other than putting shackles on them, which gives them the escaped slave status, taking them to the original location that I was enslaved, and dropping them off in the front yard so their own guys think they're escaped prisoners and lock them up. But something I didn't think about was since I had captured the leaders and the nation had fallen, the slave camp was no more. The place was in shambles. Some other group had taken over, all the buildings were ruined, and the original guards that I locked up in the first video, they were just kind of like trapped in place on the roofs of the building. So they're probably gonna starve to death up there. That's kind of sad. So instead I took the 3 leaders to their enemy's homeland and I gave them to them, collecting a big fat bounty for turning them in. You know how they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend? That is not true, because these guys locked me up too. The whole gang. So I'm gonna have to figure that one out next time.